Cash flow problems. Is your clinic also facing them? Are you not able to distinguish between the personal cash and professional cash, or the clinic income and the personal income? Are your expenses way too much? Hi, I'm Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja. I'm a dentist with 23 plus years of experience, and along with the clinical dentistry, I'm doing training and coaching for colleagues on the topics of practice management, medical legal ethics, and finance in dentistry. In a recent survey that we carried out in my WhatsApp community, which I'm running since 5.5 years now, so we asked the participants to post their pain points. And one of the pain points which particularly caught my attention was the one which was mentioned by a participant. Of course, we have made it anonymous, and we won't name it. Let me just read it out for you. So I'm having cash flow problems, increasing my outreach to the patient. The flow of cash has to overcome my personal expense and loan. And I don't know what to do about it. I am a freelancer as well, working in hospital and working in various clinics, and along with having my own clinic. So what can be the possible solutions to this? Number one, cash flow. We need to understand that what are the reasons for a poor cash flow. It can be lack of footfall. It can be lack of proper charging. It can be lack of retention of your old patients. It can be lack of conversion of treatment plan of your new patients. So all these are multiple problems, but all of them are linked to cash flow. So the first thing is the lack of footfall, which is indirectly or directly related to the second problem, lack of outreach to the patient. Now, many of us can say, get down and sit in one place, and we try to visualize that situation, that we are the kings in our own den, in our own palace, and people should watch us from outside and come visit us in our clinic. जहां पर आपकी services available हैं, जहां पर आपके पास प्रजा आ सकती है. I'm sorry, we are long over the colonial world. We no longer, we live in a democracy, and we have to understand that those things are gone by. This is an unfortunate world that we are living in. I call it unfortunate because the scamsters are making more money than the actual ones who deserve it. And why I say scamsters are making more money? Because they are more visible. They project themselves so much, they market themselves so much that people try to believe a lie as a truth. And when people get into their services and they actually discover that it is a fraud and he's actually not worth it, that spells on to the genuine guys also. And when these genuine guys start marketing, the general disbelief in the public is that ये भी fraud होगा, ये भी ऐसा का ऐसा ही होगा, ये सब ऐसे ही हैं. That vision of yours stands out as a community. So we need to understand that if we are having lack of footfall, that means we are not reachable, we are not visible to our target audience. Long gone are the days where we used to rely only on word of mouth. This is the new age world, especially post-COVID. The best known beats the best hands down. And trust me, guys, if you are not known to your prospective audience, you are actually failing in your service, failing in your duty to reach out to the needful ones. Many a times when a patient comes to you through a strange source or an unknown source and actually comes and discovers your world-class services, your behavior, your skills, domain skills, and the other internal marketing skills, he actually complains to you in a sarcastic way. Doctor, कहाँ थे आप? इतने साल मुझे क्यों नहीं मिले? Where were you all these years? And suddenly you thank Almighty. तू है. You always give the credit to God. तू है. तू ना होता तो मेरी कदर नहीं पड़ती. देर सही लेकिन मेरी कदर पड़ी. Maybe it's long, but maybe it's too much time in that regard. But yes, I have finally gotten my due, which I deserved. Of course, I'm translating for my audience who is from lot of audiences from southern part of India. So I'm translating whatever I speak in Hindi in the English language. So the patient is actually complaining, and we feel that, oh, we have got about you. The patient is complaining, why were you not visible to me? Where the hell were you? And that is where we make a difference. But then we face this problem. We come across this problem very, very commonly. The problem is we are governed by a 3-letter word, EGO, which means ego, which spells ego, but it stands for equal to God only. Again, get a reality check, guys. Doctors used to be equated to God long time back. Ever since 1986, the consumer court, the consumer law came into existence. Doctors are service providers and patients are consumers. We are no longer equated to God. Now, having said that, if you are not equal to God, you are a human being, then what is the ego in going out to the public and getting an outreach? Sometimes people are not known in their own area as well. People, many shopkeepers talk about it. वहां पे कोई कोने में डॉक्टर है तो सही, पर पता नहीं कौन है. We don't know about it. There is a doctor at that one corner. I don't know, maybe newly opened. I don't know who he is. Our own area, people don't know about us. Who's at fault? We believe we put in a social media campaign, we put in boards, we put in messages in our societies, in our area groups, in our area WhatsApp groups. Some areas have shopkeeper WhatsApp groups as well. So we put that in the groups, and our work is done. Now we are known. Everybody knows it. They must have read that message. So they should automatically come to me. Why? We live in a world where in each 1 square kilometer area, in any tier 2 city, I'm not talking of tier 1, in any tier 2 or even tier 3 city, there are minimum 5 to 10 people practicing in that area. It's still not saturation. It's still not saturation. I don't call that saturation. Maybe a little more overcrowded in urban, less crowded in rural, but that's okay. But having said that, you need to understand, where does the fault lie? People are not known. We believe the messages have done their due. Ask yourself, open up your WhatsApp group, open up your communication channels, open up your emails. How many emails are unread? How many WhatsApp messages are unread in your phone? Do? I put up a survey of pain points in my community of 2,000 people. What I got was till now is 181 in 85 responses. Where are the rest 90%? Lazy or no pain points or EGO? We gave them an option of putting anonymous also. We gave them an option of putting up in the Google form also. But then the fault lies with us only. We don't want to reach out to public. Communication medium like WhatsApp was made to make our life easy, to connect people. Facebook also says connecting people. Actually, social media has made people move poles apart. We are bitten by that bug that our neighboring dentist is in that group, our neighboring competitor is in that group, so I won't post. He will know about me. He knows about you, you know about him. So what is the, you can say, wheel behind which you are hiding? So if you are not known in your area, you will have lack of footfall. That is the reason number 1 for cash flow problems. Now coming to number 2. Having poor conversion. We do sales by default. Bada case aayega, tera bhai kar lega. We'll do it. We never do sales by script. We never do sales by design. How many of you actually do a role rehearsal, or play a role when you have to talk to the patient? How many of you address the concerns at your end first by a role play before you talk it out to the patient? And then when the patient confronts you with something which you have not been asked before, we suddenly turn into a Shah Rukh Khan mode, which we say, and that is the way we respond. And that is that couple of seconds the patient needs to understand how confident are you about your services, about your skills. Another part, Then that brings me to the number 3 point, lack of retention of old patients. The problem is we are fascinated by high new patient, high new patient, high new patient. The ideal golden proportion is 70 old, 30 new, or 2/3 old, 1/3 new. Why? Because those 2/3 or 70% are adjusted to your way of working. They know how you work. They know the culture of your clinic. They know the internal marketing of your clinic. The way they know the system of your clinic. They know the policy and procedures of your clinic. But what we do in such cases, we are fascinated by new who have to be taught everything from 0 to Z, 0 to 100, A to Z, 0 to Z. That is what I call. So they have to be taught, and then we complain we don't have a good conversion ratio. Now, conversion ratio, I talked about it, is linked to your selling process. We sometimes are not able to ascertain that to our public or our target audience. Why buy this? Why buy from me? Why buy now? We don't know the reasons behind it. But then there lies the difference. Then the reason number 4 is that sometimes we are looking at reasons beyond our own clinic and we say inflation हो गई ना इसलिए पेशेंट नहीं आ रहे, बारिश आ रही है ना इसलिए पेशेंट नहीं आ रहे, बच्चों की छुट्टियां है ना इसलिए पेशेंट नहीं आ रहे, बच्चों के स्कूल खुल गए इसलिए पेशेंट नहीं आ रहे. We have thousands of excuses to give. Children's vacations have started, children's school have opened, the weather is not good, the inflation is very high. All these reasons are being given by us for lack of OPD or less OPD. But then that is where we need to understand where lies the fault. The fault lies with us only. So if you are not reachable to your target audience, if you are not visible to your target audience, then you are the one who is to be blamed. So if you are not able to outreach to your people, then you really need to take a serious call about it. And that is what I answered in this query. So again, cash flow and outreach, I hope I have answered that. The third point was my flow of cash has to overcome my personal expense and loan. Yes, and another point that I missed in the cash flow was the proper charging part. When people are not charging optimally, they are bound to face cash crunch. We charge based on what the area prevalent charges are. We charge based on our neighbor. We never charge based on our costing. Two people sitting in same area within the same span, or you can say same area or same carpet area, I mean same kinds of facilities, same number of chairs, same number of staff, may have different input costs. But yes, many of us don't believe in calculating our costs. If we calculate our costs properly, then only we would be able to make out whether we are going in profit or not. And if you are able to do that, then only you will be in the green zone. And then people have this notion, which they associate with correct charging. If I charge according to my, you can say, costing, my profit would be, or yes, my selling price would be more than my neighbors. The patient would say, no, I would lose the patient, which anyways you are losing, guys. Or if you're not charging as per your costing, then you are barely covering up your costs. Usse acha na karo. You're doing it at a free service at no premium or no even profit zone. Usse acha mat karo. Dare I say that? Yes, I'm saying it. Then you need to realize. Now, the third part in that query was, let me just check. Yes. Okay. So it was about the cash crunch or the personal expense and loan. Now, loan, I have always believed that it should be the last resort when all of your options close. I understand people are, you can say, strapped of cash these days. They don't want to beg, borrow. They don't want to take help of their parents. So easy way seems out to them is a loan. They believe that bank की मिन्नतें कर लेंगे, parents की मिन्नतें नहीं करेंगे. That we can beg from bank but can't beg from parents. Guys, you don't have to beg from your parents. Just say it. Parents are the most unselfish individuals of this world. As children, we can't say that. But parents definitely are the most unselfish individuals of this world. And if you can ask them, बात करने से ही बात बनती है. They'll be willing to give both their arms out. The problem is we don't talk enough. The simple logic is, as many colleagues say, I earn and the bank reaps the profit. It seems to me that I am earning for the bank only. Yes, because you are caught in that vicious trap of loans. One loan finishes, you go on to another loan. That loan finishes, before even that finishes, we go on to the third loan. This is how you go on throughout your life. And if your cash flow is not sufficient, now it all starts from your marketing, your visibility. If you have good visibility, you will have good pipeline of patients. Once you have good pipeline of patients, you can sell them actually. Once you sell them, there'll be conversions. And when you sell them and do conversions, you'll have operations coming. It means you'll be doing the actual work part. And then, of course, with proper charging, then you'll end up in the positive zone. When you are ending up in the positive zone, then only you will have the problem of what is my money, what is business money, and what is the money for my, again, for my growth and expansion, what is the money for my liabilities like loan. So you have to think about these things. Money itself, you can say, has a different relationship with different individuals. Over the years, we have developed a hated relationship with money. We believe that whosoever is earning money is doing so by unfair means. We always see someone in a Mercedes, Audi, or a BMW, and then we say, black का पैसा होगा, जरूर कहीं से चोरी करके कमाया होगा. We can't accept that people can earn lawfully also. Just because we are not able to earn the same ourselves, we blame others. So try to get real, guys. It is not about that. It is about earning in a legal way. So develop a positive relationship with your money. Love that part. And money itself has multiple uses. Money needs to be spent for your needs. Money needs to be spent for your recreation and wants. Money needs to be spent for your put back into operations, means upgradation and updation in your part. Then money needs to be given as a charity part also. And of course, one of the biggest uses of money is that we need to save and invest for our future as well. So the famous formula for this is TWCGO. So T stands for, TWCGO, where W is want, C is charity, G is journal, and O is, of course, your operations. And T, the first T is for taxation, and what is left, we invest in that. So, and invest after that into our savings and investment. So this is the logic by which we have to understand that things go in that direction. So another part of that query was that, yes, freelancing and implant, the hospital experience part. So earning from your other sources is not at all, you can say, not desirable, but ultimately you need to understand that once you sit in your private space, that is where you will earn the maximum. Doing freelancing in the initial stage of career is good for building network, for building relationships, for so that colleagues can refer you as well. But once you get into that zone where you realize that yes, now my clinic is my ultimate resting place for earning, that is the day you start getting into that journey for attaining nirvana in business. So I hope you found some value in this video. I know it has been a tad long video, but I wanted to address this particular query that I came across in the survey. So if you also have not filled in that survey form, do contact me on Messenger or on my YouTube channel. I'll put you into the WhatsApp community. And of course, please do share this video with friends and colleagues if you like the content behind it. And I would request you to please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any video. I put up at least one long form video, 7 to 10 to 15 minutes video every Wednesday. And maybe in the coming weeks, with the kind of pain point list that we have received, maybe I would increase the frequency to maybe 2 a week for the long form, for answering all the kinds of queries, whichever I can in this, or whichever will be answered in the thread form, they'll be answered in the WhatsApp community itself. So thank you so much for watching this video and staying till the end. And I see you in another video of mine very, very shortly. Bye-bye. Take care. God bless.